Peace, blessings, and good morning. Are you grateful? I know I'm grateful because guess what? I woke up today. Sage in my aura, sage in my environment as usual. So, I've been, I know I love oracle card reading. So I get tarot card readings in my mail. And I got something it resonated with me deeply. But before I go on and read those tarot cards, I want to read something. Stop being lied to and manipulated. And adults should be able to learn from their mistakes and not repeat them. If your partner keep doing the same thing over and over, it's because they know you're not going anywhere. You'll keep getting what you keep tolerating. As I keep saying, you teach a person how to treat you by what you allow. Remember that. And that was written by Tony Gaskin. Well, let me go on to these oracle. I'm at the oracle, the tarot card, if I can find it. Okay, I get these readings in my email, and a card came up called the Six of Swords, right? And it's a lady and a little girl, can't see their face, and it's a man with a sword behind them. So when I went to go read the meaning of the card, it resonated with me so well because it actually reflects my life and my daughter's life. It reads, meaning the Six of Swords is a card of journey and travel, either spiritually or physically. It could mean that something in your day has moved on from you and won't bother you anymore. Or it could be simply moving on from an issue. This is a card of forgiving and forgetting also. You decided that no matter what pain has been caused in these situations, you are leaving it behind. You aren't forgetting it though, and are putting swords in front of you to protect yourself from future heartaches. Although there is not a lot of light in this card and has a sober imagery, we are given peace through the hope that we are making the point to move past the pain and stress and forge through your own courage and intuition. Now the symbolism of this card, which is the deep part of it. The Suit of Swords is considered the most painful one in the tarot card deck because the pain the sword can cause is a piercing one. But there is some relief found in the Suit of the Swords. And the Six of Swords is just one of those examples. In this card we see a man on a boat. His back is to us, but in front of him sits a woman and a child. They are hooded and covered so we cannot see their faces. But their heads are down to suggest they have traveled a long journey, emotionally or physically, to reach this point in their cycle. The upside to this card is the sun in the horizon. The ferryman or the boatman is taking a woman and her child towards this place. The symbolism of this card has the sword in front of the woman and her child, suggesting they are being protected by higher thought and intuition and protected in general. There is a peace in the valley for the time being as the woman and her child leave the past behind them and move forward with appropriate protection to a better place. And the reason why when I read this card I began to get emotional because me and my daughter had to go through something 4 years ago. And I know for me it was devastating. I know for her it was devastating, but she had tend to hold it in instead of releasing it and talking about it. And that can be dangerous when people when people repress their feelings. I was vocal about all what I was feeling on my other YouTube channel, and I had since then taken about those videos down. But then I had allowed this person to enter my life only to realize that the person hasn't changed. And I'm glad that my intuition had picked up on this and I was able to dismiss the person from my life. And I was like, you cannot go back to people who do not grow and or evolve. You cannot go back to people who don't take time to do better for themselves, because they're only going to come back into your life to cause more pain and heartache. And I had to get rid of this person again, and I think they bothered by it, but they're not understanding. They were told that I have grown and that I'm not tolerating any nonsense, because you know what, I love myself too damn much to be settling for something less than I deserve, or to allow myself to repeat patterns that I was supposed to have learned a lesson from. And when I read that card, I was like, a burden has definitely been uplifted, because I got my inner peace back. I was knocked down for a moment because I was blindsided because of the kind heart that I give. Always willing to give people the benefit of the doubt by giving them a second chance. And sometimes you cannot allow people to re-enter your life that has not grown, that has not evolved, and that are still living the same life they was living when you left them the first time. You understand what I'm saying? So you can ask for signs, and the signs are always there. But as long as you're not loving yourself and know your self-worth, you can't grow as a human being. You can't move forward. And that card sits with me so well. I had my daughter read it, and I asked her, does she understand? It doesn't matter who it is. Sometimes you really have to cut people off and let them go for good. You can love them from a distance, but just because you still love them do not mean they should be in your life, especially when they're wreaking havoc, especially when they're not adding to your life and they're subtracting from your life. When people don't grow and evolve and you have did that, those people serve no real benefit by staying connected to you. You understand what I'm saying? So when you grow and you evolve and you begin to love yourself, and you begin to deal with the pain and the heartache that you've been through, and you get past that, where you forgive, but you never forget, because there was a lesson. There's always a lesson into everything we go through. There's always a lesson to be learned. And when you don't learn those lessons, you will continue repeating the pattern. But the most important thing that I can always stress in all my videos is to learn yourself. Know your self-worth, value yourself, and begin to study who you are and find your purpose here in life. Peace, blessings, and a whole lot of love. The card was the Six of Swords, and it really resonated with me. And I was like, I have my inner peace. I'm on the right path. It's time to really leave that crap behind and move forward and move. You cannot be blessed with anything better when you're still dipping and dabbing with the past. You understand what I'm saying? You can't be blessed with better when you continue living in the past, or you keep dealing with the past. The past is the past. Those are lessons that you need to learn so you can move forward to bigger and better things. Peace, blessings, and a whole lot of love, Miss Adia Giddy.